Hey guys, welcome back to TC Play. Today, we are finally doing a broad in a pan.
Oh my god, the cooking special. You didn't know you needed nor you wanted, but let's do it, let's go. What am I cooking?
You're making me breakfast.
Easy. Sausage, egg, bacon, mushrooms, fried bread, tomatoes.
Japanese breakfast.
Oh, okay. What's that? A puddle of miso and... What do they have in breakfast in Japan? Fish?
Miso.
Right.
Rice.
Miso rice.
Tamagoyaki.
Tamagoyaki. Ah, that's good. I like that.
Can you do that?
Easy, easy. I'm the omelette king. But I mean, dashimaki tamago, what's the difference between an omelette, a normal like...
Dashimaki tamago is kind of tricky because you have to roll it. It's a little hard to get the shape right. Like even I have trouble making a nice looking one. So I think that'll be a bit of a challenge, but...
Oh.
Honestly, if it tastes good, I'll be impressed. I'm not gonna worry too much about how it looks because I know it's hard.
At least I don't have to eat this breakfast myself.
Yes,
can eat
you
it.
do. We're both gonna eat it. That will encourage you to make it.
My lack of enthusiasm
good.
quickly going out the window here. All right, well, I've had my iced coffee.
Ready?
Nothing can stand in my way now. Let's make the ultimate Japanese breakfast abroad in Japan. Let's go, off to the store. See you in half an hour.
Good luck.
Right then, it's morning, it's breakfast time. Let's go shopping at Aeon, the nice local supermarket of Tohoku, North Japan. Well, hey. Miso paste, yes. Bit of dashi, fish stock, yeah. Tofu, yeah. This is a reputable brand. Done. Fresh wakame seaweed, yeah. Chopped green onion, yes. Bit of sugar as well, yeah. Put that in. Key to a good Japanese tamagoyaki omelette is a bit of mirin, kind of like sweet sake and some dashi, which we've already got for the miso. So we're pretty much on course for the ultimate breakfast. Let's do it, let's go cook it. All right, we got the goods, we got the breakfast. Now, it's time to cook it. Hello, cats. Meow, meow, meow. So we had a few items already. We've got eggs in the fridge. Wow, eggs, 6 of them. We also have some soy sauce, and the most important ingredient of all, caffeine. All right. Right then. Now what do we do? Tofu, green onions, mirin, cooking salt, cocaine, miso paste, fresh wakame seaweed, and dashi fish stock. Perfect.
Do you know what you're making first? Do you remember what you're making at all?
We're making miso soup and omelettes. Right, yeah. Pan. That's the perfect size for an omelette, I think. We'll put that on there, and then we'll look at the kettle over here. Look at this. This fine kettle indeed can hold up to 25 litres of water. We actually are going to need this though to have the boiling water for the miso soup. So this is important. This is eggs, right? How many eggs does an omelette need? If I've got to eat it, Shah's got to eat it. I'm thinking 4. Is that a good number? Yeah. 4? Yeah, 4 eggs. All right. And then we look up how to cook a Japanese omelette, because I haven't a fucking clue. As luck would have it, my good friend Yosuke on Champ's Japanese Kitchen, he's just shown how to cook an omelette, the perfect Japanese omelette. Let's start from scratch here.
What we want to do is make our dashi stock. The main thing that'll give our dashimaki tamago its flavor. Use about 80 milliliters of water.
My Achilles heel when it comes to cooking is getting the right units of measurement. I find it very boring. I like to be quite adventurous. Put it all in, stick it all in, see what happens. Where's the, okay, so we've got our dashi fish stock. This stuff is the essence of what gives most of Japanese food its flavour. And it says here, 300 millilitres of water, or 1.5 cups, put 1/4 of a stick in. So let's do that now. 300 millilitres. That's That's like 4 of these. Let's do that. How do you measure a quarter of that? See, this is the problem, right? You got 8 grams there. I've got to work out what a quarter is and stick that in. Normally, when I cook an omelette, I put an egg in a bowl, I beat it, I put it in the pan, job done. Japanese omelettes, they are very good. They have a rich, kind of savoury umami flavour, but they're so bloody difficult and so time-consuming. If you're me, anyway, that that's the reason I've never done it in 10 years. So there we have our dashi fish stock. It's probably more like that for a quarter, and in the bowl. I mean, already that looks kind of like dashi, to be fair. Dashi broth, so we're on the right track. When it comes to Japanese food, they're not very strong in flavours. I like strong flavour, so I like to put in more. Ooh, yeah, it's too much. It's too much now. How can we remove it? Can we use like osmosis or something to
Add more water.
All right, add more water. Effort though, isn't it? Let's just put some sugar in. That will cancel out the flavour of the dashi stock. 1 tablespoon of sugar. None of these are good at measuring. That's 59 minutes. So 1 tablespoon. That's not a tablespoon, so I have to be careful here. That looks like a tablespoon, right? In. Done. Give that a cheeky mix.
And finally, we want to let that cool completely before we use it.
He's got 3 eggs, so I guess I'll use 3, so as not to screw up the quantities that I've already screwed up even further. Look at that. Oh, tasty, delicious eggs. I hope they haven't expired. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, we're making progress here. What's next, Dilsky?
All we need to do is add our dashi and the sugar mixture.
Yeah, this is the key difference, right? Between Japanese omelette and just a normal, like, Western omelette. It's a bit runnier because of the dashi stock that goes in it. But that looks pretty good to me. I think we've got the right quantities. Yes. Alright, so we're going to spice things up a bit. We're going to go extra mile, just like I always do on a boiling pan. And put 1/2 teaspoon of soy sauce and 1/2 teaspoon of mirin in. Mirin's kind of like sweet cooking sake. You've actually got to be over 18 to buy this, as I discovered today at the supermarket. I didn't know that until I bought it and got my ID checked. So there's a tiny bit of mirin and a teaspoon of soy sauce. It's about right. Probably a bit too much. But to be honest, this looks pretty good. I'm quite happy with this so far. We're not out of the woods yet. Got to actually cook the damn thing. And because I've never cooked a Japanese omelette, I am quite worried about getting it right. If you ever watch a video, they do a very good job of like shuffling the pan and flipping the egg and the omelette constantly over and over. I'm not going to be able to do that in any way, shape or form. So we're going to make our miso now. And we need some water. So let's take some water from here. Nice boiling water already. There's your water for the miso soup. We'll put that on the pan on a very low heat. Nice and simple. Got our miso paste here. Look at that thick miso paste with dashi already in it. So we've got the dashi fish stock from earlier here, but because we've already got it in the miso paste, just let that sit on the side. When it comes to miso, obviously you get to decide how thick you want it. Let's start with about a teaspoon. Change it up. Add more, add less. Supposed to look like that. Give that a cheeky stir. And then I'll just splash all over Julian's camera.
Thank you.
It's not breaking up, Julian.
It's not hot enough.
Shit.
It looks cold.
Well, we came out of the kettle like piping hot boiling maybe. You've got some seaweed as well. That's a lot of seaweed, Jesus Christ. See, a lesser chef would have got simple, boring, like not fresh seaweed. I've got this nice, fresh, locally sourced seaweed. That's a lot of seaweed. Let's cut that up. Fucking hell. Oh, no. There you go. Nicely done. I wouldn't normally recommend doing this, but yeah. Should have cut that up before I put it in, really. This is what happens when you use premium ingredients, right? Most people just have the the dried nori seaweed and then stick that in, already cut, already sliced, because I got this fresh, locally sourced seaweed. The fishermen literally come back from the beach this morning with this. I've had to do it with scissors, so, you know, the price you pay for fresh ingredients, isn't it? I don't want to put this in just yet. I'm going to put this in the last minute because I don't want the tofu to cook too long in the soup, but there we go. We've very quickly run out of kitchen space here for everything. Don't get a Japanese apartment. That's the first step to cooking. Have an actual kitchen. No matter how much water I put in this, it just tastes like seawater. It's so strong. We did get the miso soup that had the dashi fish stock in it, which is very salty into itself. So, yeah, lesson learned. It still just tastes like salt. What is this? This is awful. Should have just got like a ready meal packet miso soup, right? That would have been a lot bloody easier, wouldn't it? So we're just going to leave that to simmer. I've got it just about right. It's still a little bit salty, but we'll see what happens. All right. But now for the fun bit, the bit we've all been waiting for, the bit I am personally excited about the most, the omelette. According to Yosuke, it's supposed to have it really, really hot. I'm going to do it mid-heat.
So we'll take a spatula and fold the edges of our egg until we get a rough rectangle shape.
All right, the egg's in the pan. So I've left some of the mixture in the bowl, which we're going to add in
Down the pan again
in a minute.
Oil and add another layer of egg mixture. Spread that around and lift up our egg from before so we get a new layer underneath.
Oh, it's looking interesting. All right, more mixture in the pan. Oh, over this floor. Christ. Sarah, can you chuck me a tissue?
Yes.
Maki means too full in Japanese.
Cheers, Yosuke. To be fair, this is the first time I've attempted to make this like really hyper complicated omelette. We have to flip it, put in half the mixture, flip it again, add more mixture. This is stupid. Why can't we make a normal omelette? The only thing is it does smell nice, so it's got that going for it at least. I think it'll be closer to scrambled egg than a Japanese omelette, unfortunately, though. There we go, and there we have it. A nice, fresh, Japanese scrambled eggs. Just exactly as I set out to make from the start. How long was it? A minute and a half. That's 10 minutes. I don't know how to do a minute and a half, so I'll stop it 30 seconds before. Meanwhile, our apparently fresh seaweed isn't a good idea, I've been told. As it itself is very salty, probably needs to be washed. Lesson learned for next time. Alright. Where's a knife when you need one? Yeah. Chop that into quarters. And just do that. Beautiful, beautiful, fresh, locally sourced tofu. In goes our nice, beautiful miso soup. Look at that, nice, fresh mochi rice. Probably the best part of the meal. Just have that. Off the table time. Gotta make dinner. It's breakfast time. Breakfast time. Breakfast time. Oh. Tree. Oh, tree. Yeah, come over here. Yeah. Full. The table is mine. There is our rice. There is the miso soup. And the bit we've all been waiting for, the fresh, delicious Japanese omelette. Amazing. Take a look at that. Wow. Tell me you wouldn't want to eat that. What do you think then? This is the breakfast you've been waiting for. Fresh dashi tamago yaki omelette, miso soup with fresh, locally sourced seaweed, and rice from a field in Japan. What do you think?
Well, this looks like almost like proper miso soup.
Almost. What do you mean almost like miso?
Well, it's got like an entire thing of seaweed in it.
Fresh, though, isn't it? Fresh,
You cut
locally
the
sourced.
tofu like once.
Fresh, locally sourced ingredients.
But it looks like it's got the proper ingredients.
What about
so that's good.
the omelette?
Well, it doesn't. It's not really an omelet.
Turns out Japanese omelettes are
Yeah.
formidably complicated.
They're really hard. So
Have you ever made one?
I made one once. Yeah, it was quite difficult. I just don't see the point.
It's
It
not.
should taste the same.
Well, it's nice if you can do it
Yeah.
at a restaurant, right? But in the
Yeah.
comfort of your own home.
It looks like nice scrambled eggs, anyways.
What about the rice?
Well, these are cat.
Yeah.
These are cat dishes.
What?
So there's that.
If a cat can eat it, so can we. Right, Maro? Yeah. All right, let's do the
All right.
tasting bit.
What
I'm really
should
excited.
I start with?
Well, I haven't. Yeah, start with whatever you want. Well, what would you normally start with at this point?
I don't know. Maybe the soup. I'll try the soup. Have you tasted it?
Not recently. When I was cooking it.
It looks a little watery.
That's really good. Really delicious.
It's so salty.
Yeah, I know. I don't know either.
It like it doesn't have any miso flavor, but it's really salty. It's probably this whatever the hell this
It
was.
honestly must be the seaweed.
It's so
It's the
salty.
seaweed, isn't it?
It burns.
It like my taste buds are in tatters still from
Oh, that's
earlier.
a shame. I don't think I can eat that. Let's
Yeah.
try the rice. The rice is probably the safest bet.
That was good.
I don't think you cooked it enough, but
What?
it's edible.
No, that's great. I like my rice slightly undercooked. So.
Of course you do.
All right.
It's okay. It's edible. All right.
The
The
main
eggs.
event.
The eggs. Oh, the eggs are nice.
Bit cold then.
They taste good though. You did a good job flavoring them.
Yeah. Really?
No, they're really good.
We eating the same egg here.
You don't like it?
Uh,
I think it's really good. Like if that was in a roll, it would be a proper dashimaki.
it tastes a little bit. It needs a bit more sugar, I think.
Really?
No,
I think they're perfect.
I can't eat it. Actually, I don't like it at all.
Really?
Well, 1 out of 3 dishes isn't bad. I like it. Sean likes the egg. I like the rice. That's 2 out of 3 dishes then, really, between us. So a success. It's over 50%.
It turned out a lot better than I was expecting.
Really?
Yeah, like I didn't think any of it would be edible. Like my only resounding memory of you trying to cook, I was cooking some dinner and I asked Chris to like boil the pasta for me. And he asked me like what temperature to make the stove for the water, to boil water.
Well, I didn't know. No, that's nonsense.
That you did.
Nonsense.
You did.
Well, you enjoy that. I'm
Go get a real
gonna go to
breakfast
McDonald's.
now.
McDonald's still open, isn't it? Still get a McMuffin. Thanks for watching, guys, and to the first and last episode
Please
of Broad
be
in a
the
Pan.
last.
For the sake of Charlotte, this will probably be the last episode
Thank
of
God.
Broad in a Pan. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all that stuff, and come on over, have some eggs, because I don't want them. I don't want to eat them. Right, let's go get some mega muffins.
Bye, guys.
Also, we're having rice today. It's California?
From Costco.
Californian Costco rice. Although the rice is Japanese.
Japanese style rice.
Japanese style rice, yeah.